Murder, theft, occult rituals, and strange meat creatures. It all started with one restaurant. Welcome to the strangest conspiracy you've never heard of, because that's how conspiracies work. The infamous grand opening of Burgerhouse occurred March 7th of 2024, but the real story began at its founding. As they tell it, Dominic Burger discovered the famous Burger Diamond in his backyard after having fallen from the sky, alongside its protector, this freaky little meat slab they call Beebe Bobo Baby. Not much is known about this creature, other than it is meat. What kind of meat, you ask? Only one way to know. It does not seem to understand any human language. Some, however, have claimed to be able to understand Beebe Bobo Baby's mysterious whispers. The Burger Diamond is credited as the backbone of Burgerhouse's success, though how exactly this space rock contributed to the restaurant's business remains a mystery. Dominic went on to build the foundations of Burgerhouse, and was soon eagerly anticipating a profitable opening night. The exact events of what happened on that day are hotly debated among true crime connoisseurs like myself and, actual law people. After compiling all available footage and thinking about it really hard, I have cracked the case. I know what led to the fall of Burgerhouse, and I will expose its lies. The evening began with guests lined up outside the doors of the neighborhood's brand new burger joint. Here we see our next person of interest in this thrilling tale, Ball Smith, managing supervisor of Burgerhouse. At first, guests seem to be thrilled by the restaurant experience. We see families, friends, food influencers, and even a highly esteemed food critic being served all within the first few hours. At the center of the room, on prominent display, was the Burger Diamond in all of its glory. It served as a sort of tourist attraction, a cute gimmick to attract people to the restaurant and learn the peculiar story behind the establishment. At least, that's what everyone thought. But there is so much more to uncover. The first real issue of the night arose from arguably the most important part of any restaurant, the food. Burgerhouse offered an extensive menu at a suspiciously low price point. And yet, after a waiter would take a customer's order, no matter what it was, the customer was always served the same thing. A burger. Sort of. What kind of psychological game are we playing here? What's the angle? Who benefits from this setup? What the frick is this thing? Apologies, I'm very passionate about this case. As any reasonable person might expect, the food being served by Burgerhouse received mixed reviews from customers. But the staff held their ground when it came to the integrity of this peculiar restaurant experience.
You get what I give you! Ungrateful! I know! Eat your burgers! Eat! I know!
This, miraculously, did not deter incoming guests, who continued to fill tables throughout the entirety of the evening. But with the intense pressure of opening night, busy tables and unhappy customers, tension between staff started coming to a head.
Go bust your goddamn tables! Why is the owner busting your tables?
Did you serve them? There's only 2 servers! You hear that, Bird? 5 fucking tables, bitch!
Today is our opening night, okay, guys?
The server is horrible at their fucking job.
If you're watching this back, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill everybody.
But all Burgerhouse staff needed to be on their best behavior when Sam and Ella walked through the Great Burger Arches. Sam and Ella was a famous food critic who had come all the way from New York City just for a taste of Burgerhouse and a glimpse of the famous Burger Diamond. Now, look closely at this footage. One might simply say that Sam is fascinated by the sight of the diamond. But is there more to it? Could the food critic be hearing something that the rest of us cannot? Sam's visit continued in this way, often casting intense glances over at the diamond as he ate. The critic also did not seem particularly concerned with the quality of the food being offered. Truly a refined palate. Now, watch closely. Towards the end of the meal, as most staff are once again distracted by a customer complaint, Sam rises and appears to lick the burger diamond, as customers observe in awe. At the time, it was completely unknown as to why the food critic would collapse in response to coming into contact with the diamond. Interestingly, we see staff continue to serve customers and even seat new guests as the esteemed food critic writhes on the floor. Later, when interviewed, a waiter present at the time would claim, quote, "We just thought that was how he experienced food. I don't know, I just work here," end quote. The staff's casual reactions almost seem reasonable once we see Sam rise, brush himself off, and continue the rest of his meal as if nothing had happened. Perhaps he is in fact just a little freak doing his own thing? Or is there more at play? After submitting a positive review for Burgerhouse, Sam and Ella boarded his private plane with the intention to return to New York. Later in the night, his twin brother also made an appearance at the venue and seemed to have a lovely, uneventful meal. This is foreshadowing. One would think that a famous food critic collapsing to the floor would be the top story of the night for Burgerhouse, but we have not even scratched the surface. Allow me to introduce to you Avery Ma. As Burgerhouse staff prepared the restaurant for the opening night, Avery was seen several times in the vicinity, examining the burger diamond and asking staff suspicious questions regarding security. Worried that Avery might be planning something, Dominic Berger put together a poster with photos of the suspect and warned staff to stay alert. Burgerhouse even hired security guards for their opening night. But it wasn't enough. Avery spends much of the evening lurking around the restaurant, even at times taunting guests and staff with his own warning poster. Then finally, at 7:34 p.m., Avery Ma rushes towards the famed burger diamond, picks it up, and rushes away out of sight. He is pursued by Ball Smith, who was quick to act once realizing a theft had taken place. The confrontation between Avery Ma and Ball Smith took place away from any security cameras, and exactly what occurred will continue to be hotly debated in the lawsuit filed by Burgerhouse in the aftermath. The only thing we know for certain is that Ball Smith returned to the restaurant with the corpse of the burger diamond in his arms. The rest of the grand opening was truly a disaster to behold. Waiters continued to make mistakes, guests became more agitated in their complaints, and tensions were at an all-time high. It seemed that the moment the diamond was shattered, Burgerhouse was coming apart at the seams. It would be a night that no one would forget. Burgerhouse staff would later be informed that food critic Sam N. Ella suddenly dropped dead in his private jet at the exact moment that the burger diamond shattered. Experts are still investigating the parasitic bond that formed between the diamond and the critic, and how these deaths are connected. Burgerhouse went on to host a funeral for the burger diamond in the following days, inviting family, friends, and burger fans alike to join and pay their respects. It was an overwhelmingly emotional time for all. After a period of mourning, exactly 1 year later, Burgerhouse would take Avery Ma to court to sue for damages. And those court proceedings, too, would go down in burger history. Thank you for joining me in analyzing and exposing the truth behind Burgerhouse. I hope you've learned something about the restaurant industry, about the world of food critics, and about magical burger diamonds from space. And I hope you will continue to join me as I uncover the harrowing tale of Burger Court and learn the fate of Avery Ma, the diamond thief. And remember, if you find a sentient slab of meat in your backyard, maybe you should just leave it there. I'll see you soon.